Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time to continue our post-game combat content for Heavensward. Where today, we are talking to Minotaur here over at the airship landing in Ishgard for our second optional dungeon. Minotaur has a message for you from an old friend, and this is going to give us a new minion. Satora, I was looking for you, or rather your friend Wedge was. Left a most puzzling message he did, with instructions to convey it to you verbatim. He requests your presence at the Etherochemical Research Facility in Law for a project of the utmost secrecy. Sounds like nonsense to my ears, but he assured me you would grasp his intent. Well, that is the message, and now I've delivered it. You work with the... So wait. You work with the Ironworks and don't know about Law. You know it by name. Something's fishy about you. Alright, hang on real quick. Before we are in the... Before we head out, let's go ahead and pull off our glamour. There we go. Now I'll go ahead and go meet you by the Etherochemical Research Facility to meet with Wedge. Alright, Wedge, good to see you again. What seems to be the issue? Oh, there you are, Satora. I've been waiting for you, and so is an old friend of ours. You remember Gilly, don't you? I was feeling awfully lonely without her, so I snuck out the back door when the chief wasn't looking. But look at her now, systems down, no power to utter even a single blip. Doesn't it just break your heart, Satora? Left alone in this wasteland for thousands of years, just waiting for someone to help. And as soon as she's done her duty, clunk, tossed aside like a rusty old suit of armor. Well, I won't stand for it. We won't stand for it. I'm gonna bring Gilly back to life and you're gonna help me. At first I had a mind to fix her up myself, but I fear she's proven beyond my abilities to repair. That's when I hit upon it. If we found a new body for Gilly, we could transfer her personality and memories right into it. It'd be like she never left. I know what you're thinking. Just where are we gonna find this new body, Wedge? I've got 3 words for you. The Fractal Continuum. It's an old warship that was converted into a museum of elegant technology. If there's any place we can find a new body for Gilly, it'll be there. And it's just a short trip away by Matter Conduit 6-7 to boot. Oh my god, you have got to be fucking kidding me. It's Matter Conduit 6-7? In the year 2026? Come on! You'll go, won't you, for Gilly's sake? If you don't get it, 6-7 is a Gen Z meme. I'm a millennial, I don't get it. I'm not judging Gen Z. Millennials had their own generation of stupid bullshit memes. But also, God, what are the fucking odds? This game released 11 years ago. This was 2015 Heavensward came out. How the fuck? Alright, well, let's go find this Fractal Continuum. Down to this Matter Conduit, yes? Transport is available from this location to the Fractal Continuum, the greatest storehouse of technological marvels in all of Alag. Beep beep. The Fractal Continuum is temporarily closed to tourists. Access is limited to those with level 3 security clearance or higher. Beep. Unauthorized visitors will be removed via the Continuum's anti-intruder defense system. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy your visit. Alright, yeah, let's just go ahead and take the teleporter. Oh, you're not gonna let us teleport up there yet. Got it. Fine, we'll fly up there. Because the actual dungeon entrance is right up here. Alright then. Let's go ahead and go over the information for this dungeon real quick. Wedge is a man with a dream that Gilly, the kindly guidance node who escorted you through the etheric wastes of the Law, might be restored to life to blip to him once more. To that end, he'll need you to fetch her a new nacelle from the Fractal Continuum, a museum of elegant technological creations that will open its doors to welcome its first visitor in some 5 millennia. Terrifying! I'll be back shortly with friends and we will take on the Fractal Continuum. Alright, we are back, we have our party, let's take care of the Fractal Continuum. I unselected Never Even forgot to select the Fractal Continuum. Also, forgot to hide the old quest because we are doing the dungeons right in a row. Oops, Mobby, we'll fix that once we get in the dungeon. Alright, this dungeon's actually going to have quite a bit of lore in it for us to read, so that's exciting. Alright, now that we got the quest all sorted out, let's get started. We got a wall immediately in front of us, so we're going to have to take this elegant teleporter to the right and take a detour. And this place is really fascinating. There's a lot going on here. We'll take a look at it. Exhibit 1, Technology in Daily Life. This exhibit showcases the various scientific advances that allow Alligans to live lives of heretofore unheard of ease and efficiency. And all got converted into a museum at some point, so we get to check out the museum. Very nice. But of course, the Alligans left all their toys behind and we gotta deal with that first. Exhibit 2, Technology in War. See the myriad marvels of Alligan military technology that have replaced flesh and blood soldiers, ensuring that no Alligan citizen need ever again lay down their life in battle. Okay, sounds noble, but also makes you it makes it a lot easier to justify going to unnecessary wars? Hate to say it, but having humans actually die in combat is kind of a good moderating force to prevent unnecessary conflict and fighting and killing and destruction of other people's and our own, homes. That's not to say it's good that people die in war, I just mean that it's good that the fact that it's bad discourages war, that is, especially unnecessary wars. And I'm having some targeting issues, don't worry about it. Exhibit 3, the Phantom Ray. Feast your eyes on this massive yet elegant automaton, designed to monitor and, if necessary, dispatch potentially violent chimerical constructs. Okay, awesome. Are we going to be its prey then? That thing is big and it has 4 arms with 4 sabers. I hate it. Thanks. I don't recall there being too much particularly interesting with this fight. It has double sever, which I believe is going to be a set of... yeah, it's going to be a sequence of cone AoEs. No big deal there. The Koneois are always going to be opposite sides of the arena. Either front and back or side and side relative to the boss. So just stand to the sides or stand in front or back. Yeah, not really too much interesting with this boss, unfortunately. I do remember the next boss being a little bit more involved. Oh, and it looks like it also gains buffs as the fight continues, so we probably want to kill it pretty quickly. Because if it keeps getting stronger, we're gonna be in trouble. Just from the fact that it's going to get harder and harder to keep up with the tank's health. Though, so far, hasn't really been an issue. Just could become an issue. Alright, that is our first boss. Alright, looking around for anything interesting to look at. We got an information panel here. Exhibit 4, the Mirror Knight. A second generation construct boasting the strength of a bear and the acute vision of an owl. As with many early efforts at synthesis, lack of intelligence and a proclivity for violence limited its practical use. We've fought these things before, they're all over the place in Eastern Thanalan on the Burning Wall. Nuisances. I believe we've also maybe fought some of them in the Binding Coils themselves. Been a bit, so I don't actually remember. Probably would have been in the earlier coils. Alright, moving onwards. Exhibit 7, the Shabti. A 4th generation construct and one of the first to effectively employ cloning technology. With high intelligence and regenerative capacity, its development was hailed as a major breakthrough. Can't help but feel like I missed one or two. Oh well. We do see that quite a bit of this area is collapsed in on itself, so maybe that's why it seems like we missed some. Maybe they just got crushed. Unfortunate. And we're fighting Ixalian. If that name sounds familiar, and if that design on the Ixalian looks familiar, interesting. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Exhibit 8, the Naga. Among the first successful efforts in synthesizing a void scent, void research remains an emerging field with future developments holding great promise. God, this place is messed up. Exhibit 9, the Ixalian, a highly intelligent construct employed by elegant engineers to perform maintenance tasks. Notable flaws include a weakness against the elements and certain genetic instabilities. Interesting, interesting, interesting. If that design looks very familiar, you might be right. And that's all we're gonna say for now. I think they got caught up also reading the lore, even though they already knew it. I gotta say, the music here is just really good. It is a vibe. And we got more Shabtis and a Chimera coming out of the incubator. Just what we needed. And our second boss is dead ahead, loose, and just wandering around. We've got a Minotaur. This one is interesting. Minotaurs have a fairly standard set of mechanics. This one adds in something additional. If I remember correctly, swipes are forward cleaves, so do not stand in front of the boss when it's doing a swipe. Ideally, that also means tanks can get out of the way, but swings are going to be circle AoEs, with usually a knockback and a lot of damage. Disorienting Groan, forget what that's going to do to us. Knock us back and then let you dodge it or dash at us. I hate it. Please don't. You're just going to be dashing at every one of us, whichever ones you feel like, I guess. Also, their slashes and swipes will be marked as 10 ton, 11 ton, 100 ton, etc. The tonnage tells you how powerful the attack is. Higher the number, more important it is for you to get out of the way. And now the interesting thing begins. A swing so big that we cannot escape. So we need to activate a biomass incubator to release one and only one of these Earthstrix, which will distract the Minotaur and stop it from doing its attack. And then I misremembered the mechanic and called the wrong thing out. What you want to do is once the Minotaur is distracted, kill the Earthstrix before the Minotaur can finish eating it so the Minotaur doesn't get a strength buff. I made a bad call here. I misremembered the mechanic. My mistake. We just want the Earthstrix out long enough to distract the Minotaur and then kill it. Gonna do some more dashes. Maybe a good idea to spread out for those, since those are also line AoEs. And we're good. Alright, this loops us back to the start of the dungeon. And now we're able to remove that barrier and finally move forward. Where we have a central chamber with 3 control units to deactivate in any order we wish. The, quote, correct path is to go clockwise around the area. We and most players are going to go counterclockwise. Before we can access each control unit, we do need to take care of the enemies guarding it, which are going to be all of the enemies who are tethered to the control units. Alright, take care of the first one. And we're going to head counterclockwise to go after Emerald next. And on the platforms for the Crimson and Emerald control units, there will also be a treasure chest, a treasure coffer, at the very back of the platform where our teleporter into the area on Violet was. So do be sure to pick those up if you're going for gear, whether that's for gearing up, or for decent purposes, or for Grand Company seals. Alright, let's get Emerald. Then I believe I'm going to go back and grab the treasure coffer while they move on to Crimson. And with all 3 control units dealt with, the final guardian we need to deal with has appeared. All of the teleporters around the all of the jump pads around the room have now become jump pads directly into the middle of the room, where our boss waits. The Curator. More interesting mechanics with this one, largely revolving around ads. Warning, unauthorized personnel detected. Initiating emergency reality augmentation protocol. Alright, big gimmick with this boss is going to be bombs, bombs, and more bombs. Time bombs, landmines, all the bombs. We got clockwork alarms that will spawn around the arena, and after a little bit of time, they will start moving around from panel to panel. Every time they move from panel to panel, they will leave a landmine behind, which, if you step on it, is going to explode. They will also use, the boss will also use the theochemical explosive, putting a mine on one player, which can be removed with a Suna. If you do not remove the mine in time, it will blow up on the timer and do a lot of damage. Bombs, bombs, and more bombs. Healer, keep an eye out for those Asunas. Everyone else, kill the ads as fast as possible so they don't take over the entire arena with bombs. And you're gonna lay out a cross shape worth of bombs, which sucks, is awful, I hate it. No, wait. Not laying out bombs, you're laying out an AoE that we just kind of dodge. Fair enough. There will also be mines that just drop from the ceiling randomly, so watch out for those too. Like I said, bombs, bombs, and more bombs. That is this fight in a nutshell. And yeah, the longer this fight lasts, the more claustrophobic it gets with all the bombs that drop. Damn it, Kaji! Kaji did that on purpose. I know Kaji did that on purpose, because they said as much in the voice chat. We got trolled! Alright, and with that, I will meet you back with past me, back outside the dungeon. Alright, Wedge, we are back. We are back from the Fractal Continuum. We took on everything in that horrifying museum. Learned a little bit about some old friends of ours from around Raporn. Probably. Sure seemed like it, at least. And we got, I think, the parts we need. You're back, Satora. Oh, do tell me you brought me a new nacelle. I have one right here. Why, that's a functioning nacelle if I ever saw one. This'll do the trick, I'm sure of it. Beep. Auto-detecting newly installed nacelle. Beep. Nacelle detected. Reinitializing system settings. Beep. Initialization complete. Welcome to Azizla, Master Wedge, and Mistress Satora. Gilly, could it truly be you? Beep, the very same Master Wedge, and running at optimal efficiency, thanks to my first full body overhaul in approximately 5 millennia. You really are too kind. Aw, now that's my sweet little girl. Why, after all you did for us, it was the least we could do. I've got a favor to ask you, Satora. This might sound silly, but I want you to take Gilly with you on your adventures. I want her to see that there's more to our world than this etheric waste she's called home for thousands of years. Yes, I'd say our little girl's done enough guidance. From this day forward, she's an accompaniment node. And with you, she's going to go where no node has gone before. I really do need to watch Star Trek at some point. I've only ever seen the Tribbles episode. Which, I mean, from what I've been told, that is the one to watch. Alright, you got a new minion, the accompaniment node. Marvel at the advanced accompaniment technology of the Elegant Empire. And let's see, it's gonna be over here. Constructed by Ironworks Handyman Wedge solely of parts retrieved from a deactivated Azizla guidance node, this refurbished Machina retains none of the guidance capabilities present in the original. And for the quote, to proceed, please agree to the terms and conditions of use. From the guidance node. Alright then, next time on Final Fantasy XIV. What are we doing next? I think next time we're doing our first extreme for Heavensward. I'll see everyone next time for that.